Well, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Iori Folari. Happy holidays, I should be saying, because that's where you are. But as you know, there's not a day in the entire year, 365, of those days that you, well, you know what I mean, Monday to Friday, at least in the case of our program. And in the case of TVC programs, every day there must be something going on. So we're very happy to, do what we do. No prizes for guessing the subject. We're talking this morning about, the choice of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the presidential candidate of APC. He has made the choice of Senator Shettima. Okay, we'll be going into that, and let me quickly introduce our guests. In studio with me is Mr. Olayinka Ola-Daniels, political analyst, legal practitioner. Thanks as always, Yinka, for coming
Good morning.
on.
Thank you for having me up here.
Our pleasure.
And
we shall be, thank you. And we shall be hearing from Borno State. That is the home state of Asiwaju's choice as the running mate in the 2023 election. But first of all, he's from Borno. He's 55, 56, it depends, he was born in 1966. So to that extent, relatively speaking, he's a young man, as the saying goes here. But let's look at it. There had been so much talk. In fact, a key APC supporter, the former secretary to the government, Babacha Lawal, he had said that it's a dead on arrival concept. That was when they were talking about it way before the choice was made.
Yes.
That was according to his analysis. But Asiwaju has benefited us with the thinking behind this. Asiwaju said he has to go for efficiency. He's not going to go for ethnicity. He's not going to go for religion. If people knew the situation we're in Nigeria, they would know that we should have gone way past that. And so, having said that, it is still, to the minds of many, something of a calculated risk, is it not?
Well, very well, okay, it is. But before I proceed, I want to say emphatically on this program, I'm not here to impress anyone. I'm not here to be sentimental in any capacity, but I am a Nigerian, a patriot, and I will speak as the issues are being stated here clearly. Talking about risk, do you want to take a calculated risk? Do you want to take a risk that you know can yield you result, or you want to take a risk that will waste as water in the basket? Where am I going here? How did we get here? Do we have to do the same thing over and over and over again? So we know what happened in during Shangari era, that's 79 to 83. It was Ekweme that was the vice president. At some point, the 93, the MKO saga, it was a Muslim ticket. There was no, look, what we are seeing today, there was a faulty foundation that started back as going by the 1957 Constitution. When the Oyinbo people came to say, okay, you people pick your choice, the Nnamdi Azikiwe was of the opinion that how do I go home and tell my people in the East that I am voting for Southern or I'm voting for Awolowo? The Southern could not think or how to vote for Awolowo, but was thinking, how do I go back to the house? So this division had been there from inception. So it is not now. If you remember also in 2015 election, they had to turn down the Muslim ticket to say it has to be Muslim-Christian. Now, at this point, do we have to go back? Now, we are in a peculiar situation as far as Nigeria is concerned. So the issue of religion, sentiment, tribe, and whatever should not come to be. Because right now, we should be particular about efficiency. And if you look at what Asiwaju said, he's looking for efficiency. And I think that is what should be the watchword of every Nigeria. Now, things is here, we are here, and we have gone all the way to where we are today. We can see that this is not the Nigeria we all look forward to.
Okay.
So if we've been practicing the same thing and we've not had results, so why are we particular about Muslim? Yes, there's some school of thought on Kyori that will say that no, the country is divided. We cannot afford to go Muslim. We cannot afford to go Christian, and all that. And we are forgetting that these are not just the two religions we have in Nigeria. It's a secular state. It's not a religious state. The traditionalists will come and have their own choice. The Jews, the Buddhists, all of them, we have different religions. But then if you then say it is a particular religion that you are considering, because let me put it this way, Kyori. How come people are particular about this APC? Because Asiwaju is there, then they are particular about, there are other candidates, there are other political parties that have Christian Muslims. How come they have so much interest in this, and they are saying, is that on arrival? So, apparently,
because APC is the leading party. APC is the ruling party, is the party to beat. Arguably, telling it from APC's point of view, it is, a numero uno. So it has the most supporters, arguably, again. Therefore, they have to be considerate, I would have imagined, with how they go about what it is that they do. Wide consultation is going to be it, and as you said, that indeed has been what he has been doing.
And very well. And look at it politically. Let's talk about politics a bit, Kyori. If Asiwaju, a Muslim by his religion, so-called.
No, not so-called.
Okay, he's a religion.
Muslim proper.
Now, is a minority to some people. Now, Asiwaju then go forward and pick a Christian from the north. And that Christian from the north also will be seen as a minority from the north. Because he's a Christian. Not generally, we know that we have a number of them that are Muslim. So they see, now, do you then expect the political party? Because every political party, the first thing that comes to mind is winning an election.
Exactly.
Before any other thing.
That's very, very important.
So no sentiments and all that. Now, if it's bringing two minorities together, a party is producing two minorities together, what do you see as a result?
Well, I hear what you're saying, but Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu can hardly be called a minority by any, it doesn't matter what category. You know that Bola Tinubu, people credit him, you don't even have to be from the south, that the bloc vote,
yes,
he can provide that. The north cannot win on its own.
Very well.
It knows that.
Yeah.
So, I've heard some commentary that, look, they went shopping and they knew that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the man. That is before we have this settled polity now. Was the man to go woo so that Muhammadu Buhari could indeed make it. He made it.
Yes.
Now, as he has said famously, it's his turn. So here we are. And people had thought that the Christians, so to speak, would get a look in. But Asiwaju has said that, I understand that.
Right.
I understand where you're coming from. The Muslims also say that that is the safe way to go, go with us, Muslim. But Asiwaju said, I can't do both.
Thank you.
Now, if I can't do both,
yes,
he's a known strategist. He would have calculated this, consulted with all sorts of think tanks, and have weighed it that, look, he can't do both. Somebody is going to be hurt about his decision. But it's not about him. It's about Nigeria,
yes,
was sort of the explanation he gave. And this is what serves Nigeria best. The man, Kashim Shettima,
yeah,
serving senator,
yeah,
representing Borno Central.
Two-time governor.
Two-time governor. And before that, he taught in the university. And before
yes,
that, he was a banker.
Yes.
All of that within his 56 years of age. So nobody is saying he's not an achiever. Yeah. But will he alienate the electorate that otherwise would have been coming towards the APC? I guess that's the question people sort of some people have their heart in their mouth about.
Now, Uncle Yuri, 24 hours in politics is a long time.
Sure.
Now, part of what we need to do, and that is what some of us we do, I have decided to dedicate my life to informing Nigeria and educating Nigeria. Because a lot of us went to school. But the truth is, what education did we have? The education of me, myself, and I. The education is what I can get. People are not really thinking out of the box. And now the time, because from what you have said, now we need that time for the party, for people like us to then lecture and let our people have an understanding of what is involved. Meaning, we need a better, we want to see a better Nigeria. We want to see a progressive Nigeria. We want to see a Nigeria where all of us can come together to say, this is what we pray and wished for. And now we are saying with what is happening now, because we have been doing things the same way. We want to change the narrative. I know Asiwaju very well. He's not a coward and is not someone that doesn't know what to do at some point. For him, he has gone on consultation.
When you say he's not a coward, I mean, damn right. Sorry to use that word on air. Sorry. But, he made a tough choice. He made a bold choice.
Very well.
He made a courageous choice. Sure. Because we've been hearing that, wait a minute, it's not 93 anymore. It's not 1993 anymore. You remember Hope...
Hope 93, yes.
Yeah, Hope 93.
Yes,
the people against that position have said, look, the dynamics are different. He must understand what they're talking about.
Very well.
He must have looked at it and he says, you know what? You see, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has this knack of always pulling a rabbit out of the hat.
Very well.
I mean,
you've seen it.
You've seen it time and again.
Yes.
He chose Asiwaju in his time.
Yes.
Where was that coming from? Nobody knew, but he chose him. I could go on. Many Nigerian people know this. This time, he has gone against the, shall I say, popular grain, yes. But he's saying that we shall all come to understand it in the fullness of time. I don't know. People who know him will probably say they're not surprised.
If you look at him very well, he's a risk taker. And I know him also as a very taker of a calculated risk. So you don't just take risk because you want to take risk. Now, what I am saying, we need to change the narrative. The narrative, what is the narrative? Oh, the narrative of what it has been happening before. We've had Christian Muslims before 1993.
Yes.
And 1993 came, we had Muslim, nobody even questioned.
Nobody questioned it.
And we know how it went.
Because people weren't looking at religions then.
Now, some of the noise we make today, some of the things that happens today, some people brought it to us. All this make-believe to say, no, Muslim cannot go, we are divided, not this time, no. Look, we're going to go the same route. Picking a Muslim Christian will not change anything if you don't have the right people in place.
Indeed. If you are thinking about it with detachment, you're dead spot on. After all, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is married to a Christian, not just a Christian, a pastor of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. When you look at it, I am hearing that Kashim Shettima, in his time as governor, I've heard a reverend...
He had a number of aides that are from different...
yes. areas, and not all of them were Muslims. And then there's a bishop in Borno, his name eludes me now, who has said that nobody has done as much as Kashim Shettima has done for Christians since he came to power. Yeah, I mean, that's not to say Shettima is an angel or anything like that. If you wanted to put your mind to it, you can begin to look at some other, because debates are always about pros and cons. If there was a con person, he'd begin to look at certain other aspects. But staying on this point, I guess Asiwaju and his team, people like you who have so said, they're going to be persuading people that, well, if you have the guts, if you have the courage, 93 is no different from, where we are now, 2023. Yes. As he even said, the spirit of truth of 1993 is upon us. Well, it remains to be seen. There's going to have to be a lot of explaining, because unless you want to push aside the concerns of people, and that's not Asiwaju's style. It won't push them aside. You rationalize with them, I imagine.
What I want some of our people that are, that emphasize on division, that want to concentrate on where Nigeria is today, what I want to remind them, part of the things that caused the civil war, division was part of it. Some people wanted to leave because they felt some things were not, properly done. Some things were not shared equally, and they had to leave. So the vision we are talking about has been there from the amalgamation. So it is not now, well, we have social media today that now make the old, probably expose some of the things people were not.
And have made things very immediate. You know.
So now, my appeal to us, my appeal to Nigerians, I am a Christian. In 1993, 1994, I was a teenager, but I was on the streets of Lagos, leading protests, fighting for democracy. If the democracy we talk about, which is for the people, by the people, of the people, then we should not come and waste our time on Muslim, Christian, traditional, whatever.
Yeah, but people but you understand, people are still gonna, and they have the right to talk about it.
They have every right.
That is why Afchadi wasn't saying, there you are, take it or leave it. No, that's not what he's saying. Yeah. He's saying that, look, you come to understand. But I understand that